book buddies, it's Katy here, and today I'm going to be having a really sad conversation about one of my favorite authors. So, I read Eleanor Park by Rainbow Rowell a long time ago. Like, I was a freshman in high school. The book had just come out. And I remember thinking that it was okay. I don't really remember much else about it. This is before I had any sort of booktube channel or reviewed books in any kind of way. And I read it, I didn't hate it, nothing about it like super stood out to me, but I just thought it was okay. You know, like if I had given it a star rating, and maybe would have given it like 3.5, 4 stars, something like that. And I went on to read more Rainbow Rowell books. I've actually read everything that she's ever written now, except for her comics. And I really like her and her writing style. And she has become one of my favorite authors. As a matter of fact, in one of my really recent videos, the Happy List book tag, one of the questions was, list an author whose full canon of books you love. And I actually said Rainbow Rowell. An author whose full canon of books you love. Rainbow Rowell. So then today I was scrolling through Twitter, just living my life, eating a peanut butter sandwich, and I came across this tweet from Mayana. And she's a booktuber who you should definitely watch if you don't already. Her channel is called Little Wolf Reads. I'll leave a link to it in the description. She's amazing. But anyway, her tweet said, just a little reminder that Eleanor Park is racist as fuck and that Eleanor fetishized Park. And I was like, what? And she's got some examples here, and I think it would be a good idea to just read these to you guys. Okay, so here's one. It says, only Park's DNA had missed the memo. Maybe the Korean genes scrambled everything. That didn't explain Josh's hugeness, though. Josh looked like the Korean genes had skipped him altogether. His eyes were brown, but just barely almond flavored. And his hair was dark, but not even close to black. Josh looked like a big German or Polish kid whose eyes kind of crinkled when he smiled. How could this happen to me? Okay, all right, let's read the next one. It says, stupid Asian kid. Stupid, beautiful Asian kid. I made my mistakes. Okay, the top is cut off, but it says, I think it's his whole family was cute, even his white brother. His mom looked exactly like a doll. In The Wizard of Oz, the book, not the movie, Dorothy goes to this place called the Dainty China Country, and all the people are tiny and perfect. When Eleanor was little and her mom read her the story, Eleanor had thought that the Dainty China people were Chinese. But they were actually ceramic, or they'd turn ceramic if you tried to sneak one back to Kansas. Eleanor imagined Park's dad, Tom Selleck, tucking his dainty China person into his flask jacket and sneaking her out of Korea. Got nowhere to run! Are you kidding? Are you actually kidding? Is this a joke? Nope, it's real life. Let's read another one, shall we? It says, I don't know if I'm thinking you're cute because you're Korean, but I don't think it's in spite of it. I just know that I think you're cute. Like, so cute, Park. He loved it when she said his name. Maybe I'm really attracted to Korean guys, she said, and I don't even know it. The night goes on as I'm what the fuck, Rainbow? Who? So yeah, I'm gonna agree with Mayana on this one. That's pretty fucking disgusting. And I'm just at a point where I'm really mad at teenager me for not even noticing this when I first read it. Or if I did notice it, it clearly didn't bother me enough that it stuck in my mind. And I hate that. And as far as I know, Rainbow Rowell has never apologized for this in any sort of way. I actually have my computer here, so let's go look. We've got a lot of reviews. It doesn't look like she's ever said anything about it. Okay, here's rainbowrowell.com. Let's see, what does it say? Oh, we couldn't find the URL you're looking for. It's been moved or deleted. Okay, I think she used to have something on this on her website, but it's gone. This Tumblr page is called Park is a Last Name, and yeah, it is. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like she's ever addressed it. So, it's time to have a conversation. This is problematic, and I have the special edition version with the fan art inside. I think the moral of this story, for me at least, is to not be afraid to call out your faves when they're doing something problematic as shit. Because this is it's bad. I have really enjoyed a number of Rainbow Rowell's books. Like I said, I've read them all. I own most of them. And Carry On is one of my favorite books that I've read in a while. In fact, I think maybe my most viewed video on this channel is me fangirling about the news that she was going to release a sequel to Carry On. I have interacted with Rainbow Rowell on Twitter. She seems so nice, but this isn't okay. And I can't sit here and pretend to be any sort of ally and just let that kind of stuff go without calling it out, because it's not okay. And while we're on the subject of Carry On, actually, a lot of people on BookTube and Book Twitter and in the book community in general have started to point out how common it is for straight women to write books that are essentially fetishizing male-male relationships. And that's pretty cringy too. You know, these authors who won't write female-female relationships, but they write male-male relationships because it's cute to them, and they kind of treat gay men like they're not real people, like they're just there for their entertainment, which is just as disgusting and toxic as straight men fetishizing lesbian relationships. Like, ew, stop that, you know? And in Carry On, it's a male-male relationship. Now, Carry On is a book that I really enjoy. I've read it multiple times, but I do think it is worth pointing out that it's a good idea to read own voices books by people who have experienced whatever the thing is that they're talking about. And this isn't to say that if you are an author who's not part of a specific minority, that you can't put someone of that minority in your book, because books should be diverse. They should. So that's not to say that if you're a white person, you shouldn't put any POC in your book, or if you're straight, you shouldn't put any gay people in your book, or you shouldn't put any trans people in your book, or people with disabilities that you don't have. You know, I'm not trying to say that at all. I am saying, though, that if you're a white person and you're writing a book where the main character is Black and the book is about their experiences being Black, that's not okay. You shouldn't do that. And if you're interested in reading a book about a gay relationship, or a book that's specifically about people of color, you should actively look for authors who are in that minority group, because those are their stories to tell. And Rainbow Rowell is not a gay man. I do want to say that I do see her in a very different light now that the blatant racism in Eleanor Park has been brought to my attention. I can't believe I didn't notice this before. I don't hate Rainbow Rowell. I'm not trying to get anyone to go and attack her. But I am saying that I do think she should apologize. Because it's not cool, you know? Like, did she even get anyone who is Korean to beta read for her? It doesn't seem like it. I think you have a certain amount of responsibility as an author to be respectful of people who are not like you. And it's really, really disappointing to see someone that I've looked up to as an author behave this way. You can still read Rainbow Rowell if that's what you want to do. Just don't be afraid to speak up if you see something that doesn't sit right with you or you think is offensive to any group of people, because we as a society can't let authors get away with that sort of thing. Because if we don't call it out, nothing's gonna change. Yeah, I'm pretty sad. And the thing is, I just got back from a book unhaul. Like, I just got back. I took a bunch of my books to a used bookstore and got rid of them and came back, and that's when I saw that tweet, and I'm like, great. So yeah, I'm pretty disappointed right now. I just want to leave you all with, call people out. And also, if you're an author, put some diversity in your book. That's a good thing. But have beta readers, at the very least, because you owe it to your readers to be respectful of them. How could this happen to me? Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Thank you, Mayana, for bringing this to my attention. Mayana's going to be my booktuber shout out for this week. She has a lot more subs than me, so I think if you're watching my videos, you've probably at least seen one of hers. But if you haven't, she's great. She's not afraid to call stuff out like she sees it, and she's really funny, and I just love her. So again, I'm leaving a link to her channel in the description box. Please let me know in the comments what you think of Eleanor Park and the way that it handles certain issues, especially if you're Korean. I would be very interested to see what you have to say about it. I will see you all again very soon with a new video, but until then, happy reading and don't fetishize people, please. Okay, bye.